So I remember it's probably been about 5 years since you guys chose to implement Dynamics NAV at the time.
Yes.
So what made you really choose Dynamics NAV, and why did you even want to switch to new software?
So the great part of this story is, and I think Ken may even be able to add on to this a little bit. I have had experience with NAV at previous companies, but walking into Triangle, they were in the process of looking at new ERP systems, and they were using a system called MK at the time, and they were looking at upgrading to the newest version of it, which was Infor's LN product. And when I was interviewing with them, they had explained that someone had told them that it was either going to be LN or Microsoft's AX. And during the interview process, I even had said, you know what, you guys don't have to hire me, but I just have to tell you this. From what I've seen on the website, you're not an AX customer, you're a NAV customer, maybe even GP. I said, but go look at NAV. I go, I don't want to see anybody get robbed. And off of that, when I eventually got the job, they brought me in, and NAV was technically just supposed to be a way of validating that LN was the right product to go with.
Oh.
So much so that even one of the people that was one of the decision makers was actually a salesperson for the product at one point in time.
Really?
And when I walked in, LN was going to be the product that we went with, and NAV was just to verify that this is LN's the way to go.
Yeah.
As Ken will tell you, there was a lot of hoops to jump through. We gave a lot of scenarios and wanted to break NAV and couldn't.
Really?
And by the end of all of the testing and everything, what started off as just we're just doing our due diligence turned into there's no way we can't go with this product.
Nice.
So it's really speaks volumes about how powerful NAV is. When it came in as the underdog and really came out as the clear-cut decision, or the clear-cut choice for what we would go with.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good if you're just trying to use NAV to validate, not to go with the other software, and it turns out to be the one.
And I worked with Jim and the team when we were doing the evaluation of the product, and I thought from the get-go they were a really good candidate for NAV, primarily because of the fact that they needed a financial management system, right? All of your typical financials. Also managing inventory, also doing manufacturing, and then also servicing that equipment that eventually got manufactured and sold, right? And so one of the, I think, strengths of NAV and Business Central is that you have a pretty deep level of functionality across all those different things, which a lot of times it's hard to find, where you have this piece, but this piece is missing.
Right.
So I think NAV looked like a really good platform. And what I really appreciated about the Triangle team when they were evaluating is that they didn't give to us a list of like 500 requirements. Although there were, right? There's probably thousands of requirements that companies have like this. But they provided, I think, like maybe 3 scenarios with a little sample set of data even, that said, "Hey, do this. Let's see you do this."
I got you.
And it was a very difficult scenario with switching out components from production orders and planning and so on. And I think we were able to demonstrate that. So I appreciated them coming to the table with, "Hey, these are the real core requirements, and this is, I guess, the price of entry, right? So you do this, then let's talk further, right?" And that's kind of how it was. If you can't do this, we're not going to even talk. But I think, once we showed we could do it.
And it was almost meant to trip you guys up.
Oh,
it's like, there's no way that they can do this. And it almost seemed like, here's a hoop to jump through. And then Ken did it.
Yeah.
Hold on. Now we're going to light the loop on fire. Now jump through it again. Now we're going to make you jump the shark. Yeah. So, I mean, it's just really it's like we kept throwing things at it and throwing things at NAV, and just every time it came out ahead, and it was just it came to a point where how can you not go with it?
Yeah.
And that's really what was the end result for us. And to that point, though, it made SSI a clear choice for us as well, because one of the things that we loved about it is, I had mentioned that we're a 97-year-old company, and we're family owned, and we've been in the Chicagoland area for so long. Really, you don't want, for us, working with Ken, working with the team, it just seemed more like a good fit for us. One of the things I like to do is present things to our executive team and let them come to their own decision, because I think if they feel like they've been forced down a path, they'll end up rejecting it. But
for sure.
Here's your options. What do you think? And really, at the end of it all, NAV became the choice, and they said, you know what, SSI seems like the kind of company that fits our values. We're a family company. This seems like a family business. To say that, Ken was working on this, well, Ken, you're the president of the company, so that we've got that type of access to people in the company that are this invested in working with us. We were looking at other companies as well, and we didn't get that same feel. Now, the beauty of it is I already knew that going into it, but I let everybody else come to that decision on their own. So it definitely made things go a lot smoother, and I think the fit was so much better for a company like ours.
Very nice, very nice.